federal government moved decisively today to shut down the circus that is the Health Services Union East. Workplace Relations Minister Bill Shorten has applied to the federal court to have the union's embattled East branch taken over by an administrator to end the sordid internal finger-pointing over the alleged embezzlement of members' money. We'll hear from the minister soon, but HSU National Secretary Cathy Jackson has come out fighting, calling it a cheap political stunt and accusing government ministers of interfering in union affairs. Hayden Cooper has this report.
Behind the imposing facade of Sydney's Federal Court building, a sudden intervention was apparent. Lawyers and unionists were taken by surprise, and 900 kilometres away, the man responsible emerged to explain why.
This is a most serious and grave action. We have not taken this action lightly. We're doing this because we wish to put the interests of health workers first.
And so begins the latest round of health union recriminations and a move by Canberra to put an administrator in charge to sort out the mess. For Cathy Jackson and her ally Marco Bolano, it's a move they say they were going to make as soon as next week.
It would mean that the union, the control of the union is taken out of the hands of the council, and I'm not saying that I disagree with that. What I'm disagreeing with is the manner that he's gone about it, coming in on his white horse to make out that he's here to help the HSU, when it's only about helping Bill Shorten shore up his numbers, and this is the problem with this union.
Given they came with no application, to me it's obviously just grandstanding. Simple as that.
The application, when it's heard next week, will apply to the HSU East branch and its 50,000 members in New South Wales and Victoria. Elected officials would be cleaned out. Cathy Jackson would lose her high-paying job. General Secretary Michael Williamson would too. And the 70-odd members of the Union Council would also go.
We fully support it. We think it's a really sensible way of approaching this issue.
This union's gone to the now because, you know why? You've weakened it.
Coming to my hospital and telling me it was a fundraiser for the union and it was your husband's patient.
Such is the division within this union that 7:30 has confirmed that 6 other branches from around the country will next week join the federal government's action. Chris Brown is the acting national president.
One of the important things that you need to look at in the move that was made today is who stands to lose and who stands to gain. And it's the members of the branch that stand to gain, because ultimately they're going to be in control of who's in the leadership positions. Who stands to lose? Well, Cathy Jackson and Michael Williamson stand to lose because they're not going to be able to continue that fight that they've been in for the control of the branch.
And that's one clear motivation in the halls of power. The sleazy fight in the union has been dragging the government into the mire. It's had no control over the damaging issue. Bill Shorten wants and needs a circuit breaker.
And if this application's unsuccessful, we'll look at other options, because one thing's for sure, we want to put an end to the issues which see health services union members not having control of their union.
In the Workplace Relations Minister, Cathy Jackson sees an enemy. She claims that Mr Shorten and Victorian Senator Stephen Conroy are secretly working to undermine her.
And for the minister to come in here and make out that he's got clean hands when his hands are dirty as, is just astounding. Where were they 8 months ago when I raised these allegations? People in the ALP knew about this and did nothing about this. And here they are turning up today trying to make out that they're here to help.
Today, the Jackson camp upped the ante, claiming in a union document that the two ministers tried to rally opposition to Jackson. Both ministers deny any involvement. The acting president backs them.
I've seen no evidence of that whatsoever. What I do know, having known Cathy for a very long time, is basically anyone that opposes her, she will say those same things about.
The federal court will decide next week on the move for administration. Ian Temby's independent report still hangs over the heads of all involved, as does the prospect of serious charges. This scandal is going nowhere.